Hey everybody, my name's Ryan, and something you may not know is that over the course of the last 7 or 8 months, my wife and I have been training and preparing to be foster parents. And as of a few weeks ago, we are foster parents. And we decided we wanted to do this really hard thing for a few reasons. First off, we want kids. We're having some difficulty having our own, and it really felt weird trying for our own when there are so many kids that need homes. And my whole life, my life goal has been wanting to help people, especially children. I became a teacher following that life goal. I coach esports and wrestling to help more. I volunteer at the school that I teach at and in the community I'm in. And with the little bit of extra time that I have, I play music because music helped me when I was a kid. And I create content because YouTube and Twitch has helped me. And also I really enjoy creating content. Everything I do with my life, I'm trying to help people with. But a lot of what I do with my life is more something I enjoy under the guise of helping people. I enjoy wrestling. I enjoy video games, so I coach esports and wrestling. I enjoy history, so I teach history. I enjoy creating content. I enjoy music, so I do that. And I've twisted it to make myself feel better about it, that hey, I'm also helping people. Where foster parenting is the first thing that I've done that really has been for helping people. And while that makes it harder, it feels really good. Now, foster parent training for me and my wife was 9 classes long. Each class was 3 hours, and because it's still COVID times, we did it over Zoom. Most of the classes aren't necessarily teaching how to change a diaper or anything. We kind of have to figure that out on our own, but are more like the legalities behind it, explaining how all of this works, because the fostering system and the adoption system is really complex. And alongside that, there's a lot of like how to parent things, which basically for my wife and I boil down to just like, don't be an ass. Like, understand that these kids are going through traumatic things, so help them with it. Now, the Department of Health and Human Services also compensates foster parents. Where I live, it's $25 per kid per day, and you can get reimbursements for things like clothing and stuff like that, but that definitely shouldn't be the reason you do it. And to do a little FAQ about foster parenting and questions that I had and things that I did not know going into this, is that foster kids are on government insurance, so foster parents don't have to pay insurance at all, which is awesome. It means they can get the medical things that they need. And one thing I didn't really realize is that when you go through the Department of Health and Human Services, you can't really tell them that you're looking to adopt, because it doesn't matter to them. They're trying to find homes for children. So even though my wife and I are looking to adopt, unless we go through a private adoption firm, we have to go through the fostering system. And private adoption is expensive. And generally, the way that fostering works and the general course of how all of this happens is that once you have your license, a social worker can just call you. And they'll call you with some information about kids that need a home, so called a placement. And you have the right to say no. That's it. And if you say yes, go get the kid. Often they come with next to nothing, and so you need to buy them clothes and other essentials. In the first week, they need to visit the doctor to make sure the foster kids are healthy and have no truly pressing medical concerns. In the first few weeks, often there'll be a court date for whatever their parents did to lose the kid over the children. Often this is a separate court date than dealing with the punishment for whatever they did. This court date is focused on the children. At this first court date, parents have a chance to challenge the state in judging whether it was legal for the kids to be taken from the parents, and the judge can review it. Now, if the parents waive that right, or the judge says, yeah, it was legal, generally a few months later, normally a month, 2, maybe 3, there's more of a real trial with witnesses, people testifying, caseworkers, guardian ad litem, which advocates for the children, deciding what should be done with the kids. And there's 3 things that can happen coming out of that case, generally. The least likely thing, especially if it's the parents' first time they've lost the kids, is parental rights being terminated then and there, and then the kids being up for adoption. The middle likely thing is kids going back with their parents, which is the judge deeming it safe for them to return. And the most likely thing, especially if it's like a mental health issue, or if it's a drug issue, or if they're literally in jail, the parents need to prove that they can fix themselves, either by going to rehab or having a therapist or counselor sign off on them, which can take anywhere from 6 months to a year. Now, if they stay with the foster parent, the parent has a certain amount of time, according to the judge, that they prove that they can do that thing. If they do, the kids go back with their parent. If they don't, then parental rights are terminated and they're put up for adoption. And so that's the process that my wife and I have to go through to find a kid that needs a home that we can adopt, or at least help. And man, foster parenting is hard. Often kids that entered the system have never had a good role model besides their teachers. And especially for people like my wife and I, where foster kids are our first kids, we also are learning how to parent alongside it all. But the most difficult thing for me isn't the freak outs. It's not establishing rules. It's not punishment or reward. The most difficult thing for me, especially without having children in the house before, is that even in downtime, even when things are going good and it's relaxed time, I feel like I'm on high alert. Every footstep, every laugh, every cry, talking, babbling, I'm like hyper aware of noises in my house. And so at no point have I feel like I've ever truly relaxed since foster children have arrived. Which brings me to how this is changing my life. The kids need a lot of my attention and my wife's attention. And for people that have been watching this YouTube for a while, you know that I love creating content. And I used to make content in a way where I spent most of my time streaming on Twitch. I've talked about my life on TikTok, and I would take footage from Twitch and twist it around into cool YouTube videos. I can't really do that anymore. So moving forward, I can't really stream consistently. I occasionally might have short streams, but I can't really do that. But I can't do it consistently. So moving forward, I do want to continue creating content even though we have the foster kids. So I'm going to keep posting videos on TikTok because that's going really well, pretty much as always. But instead of Twitch, I'm going to focus really heavily on YouTube content. Well, I'll likely just film myself playing games when I have a half hour to sit down and play games. And if I can focus on YouTube, I can sit down for a half hour, go help the kids with something for 15 minutes, come back, play for 15 minutes, go help the kids with something for a half hour, come back and play for 45 minutes, where I can't really do that streaming. I still plan on doing vlogs like this, talking about my life when big things pop up. I plan on posting music videos for some covers that I plan on doing in the future, talking about my esports team, talking about my world history through gaming class. Might do some D&D if I find the time. I'll still have highlights of games that I play. We'll still continue doing Nuzlocke and the stories from those. We'll do some grand strategy games and tell those stories. I might start playing RuneScape because that's a really cool, like, grind for a little bit, then can go do other stuff game. And I've wanted to start dabbling in drawing. Basically, I want to start treating content creation like self-care. Because it's really important that I enjoy myself as well, especially with this really hard thing going on in my life. So I'm going to sit at my computer every night and just do whatever I want to do for as long as I can while still parenting. And whatever I choose to do, I'll be making content that I hope you guys enjoy. And to round out my thoughts, foster parenting is super hard, but just so rewarding. I feel so good about it. And I'm happy that I feel like I've created a workflow where I can continue following my dream of content creation and pursuing that while still engaging in my life goal of truly helping people, especially children. Now, if you like this video and want to hang out with me some more, please like and subscribe. Check out all the social medias. Links are above me and in the description. And I really hope to see you around in the comments section. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.